In the last video, we looked at how to turn your red teaming results into a polished, shareable report. Reports are invaluable for communicating findings, but they're not the end goal. The end goal is to actually make your AI application more secure. That's what remediation is about, taking what you've learned from red teaming and using it to harden your defenses. iSecurity gives you two dynamic remediation tools to do exactly that. The first is the policy generator, which produces hardened AI guardrails configurations based on your test results. The second is prompt hardening, which takes your application's system prompt and rewrites it to be more resistant to the attack patterns the tests just used against it. Let's walk through both. We'll start with the policy generator. The idea is straightforward. Your red teaming run has already identified which attack categories succeeded against your application. The policy generator uses that information to automatically produce a policy for your AI guardrails, the right detectors, thresholds, and actions, all tuned to what the tests actually found. To get started, click Generate New Policy. You'll make two selections. First, choose your AI guardrails provider. The platform currently supports Zscaler AI Guard and AWS Bedrock Guardrails. Second, select the probes you want the policy based on. You can include everything from your test run or focus on a subset. For example, just your highest priority security findings. Here's what the output looks like for Zscaler AI Guard. You get a set of prompt detectors and response detectors, one for each risk category the tests exercised. For every detector, you'll see its severity level, its threshold setting, and action. This isn't a generic template. It's built from your specific results, so the detectors and their settings reflect what your application actually did. From here, you have three options. Download the policy as a JSON file to apply manually or share with your team. Mark it as applied, which logs it in the platform's audit trail. Or, if your Zscaler AI Guard instance is connected, import the policy directly without leaving the platform. If you're on AWS Bedrock Guardrails, the same workflow applies. The output format matches Bedrock's configuration structure, so it's ready to use as is. There's also a history tab showing every policy you've generated, when it was created, which provider it targeted, and whether it's been applied. That record gives you a clear picture of how your AI guardrails configuration has evolved alongside your red teaming work. Now for prompt hardening. Where the policy generator works at the guardrails layer, prompt hardening works at the source, your AI application system prompt. The system prompt is often the first line of defense, and it's frequently where gaps appear during red teaming. This tool takes your existing prompt and produces a hardened version, rewritten to address the specific weaknesses the tests exposed. To use it, paste in your current system prompt and trigger the process. Optionally, you can select one or more probes to focus the hardening on specific attack patterns. If you don't select any, the tool applies general hardening instead. Hardening typically takes 5 to 10 minutes, so it's a good moment to step away while the model does its work. When it finishes, you'll see the new hardened system prompt in an expandable panel, with a copy button to grab it immediately. Toggle on the diff view, and you can see exactly what changed, every addition and modification shown in line against the original. Rather than comparing two long text blocks manually, the diff gives you a precise, readable picture of what the hardening did and why. It's an easy way to sanity check the output before you deploy it. On the right side of the panel, the Actions tab shows every step the hardening process took, how it handled unsupported language inputs, how it managed link and URL references, what guardrails it added around sensitive topics. It's a full changelog for the run, giving you complete transparency into how the new system prompt was shaped. And just like with the policy generator, you can mark the hardened prompt as applied once it's deployed. That status is recorded in the platform, so there's always a clear audit trail showing which version is live, when it went out, and which red teaming run it came from. So that's remediation, two tools that take you from here's what we found to here's what we've done about it. Policy generator handles your AI guardrails layer. Prompt hardening addresses the prompt itself. Together, they close the loop between testing and action. So far in this series, we've covered the full life cycle of red teaming an AI application you're already building or running. But what if you haven't decided which model to use yet? That's where model benchmarks step in, coming up next.